Did you know that the internet you use every day only makes up about 4% of the total internet? That's right. The majority of the digital realm remains unseen, unexplored by most of us. It's like an iceberg, with the bulk of its mass hidden beneath the surface. This unseen part is often referred to as the hidden internet or the deep web. Now, it's important to understand that this hidden internet isn't just one thing. It's a vast, complex network, and it's layered, just like an onion. At the surface, we have the visible web, which includes all the websites and online services you typically interact with. This is your Facebook, your Instagram, your online banking, and yes, your Netflix too. But beneath the surface, there's a whole lot more. There are databases, scientific reports, government documents, and a host of other resources that aren't indexed by standard search engines. These form part of the deep web. Now let's go even deeper. Within this deep web, there's an even darker corner. This is the dark web. It's a part of the hidden internet that is intentionally concealed and inaccessible through standard web browsers. It's a place where anonymity is the rule, where identities are hidden, and where conventional rules of law and order often don't apply. The dark web is known for many things. It's a hub for illegal activities, yes, but it's also a sanctuary for political dissidents and a platform for free speech in oppressive regimes. It's a place where the line between right and wrong often gets blurred. So, the internet isn't just what you see on your screen. It's a vast, intricate, and often mysterious digital universe. And just like our physical universe, it has its dark corners, its hidden secrets, and its unexplored territories. So you might be wondering, how do people access this hidden part of the internet? To access the dark web, individuals use a special type of software known as Tor, short for the Onion Router. Now you might be wondering, why the name Onion Router? Well, it's a clever nod to the way this software works. Let's peel back the layers of this onion together. At its core, Tor functions by bouncing your internet traffic through a network of servers scattered across the globe. Imagine you're sending a letter, but instead of going straight from point A to point B, your letter takes a detour, stopping at several points along the way. Much like a game of pinball, your data bounces around from one server to another, making it near impossible to trace back to you. Each bounce, or node as it's technically called, only knows where the data came from and where it's going next, but not the full journey. This way, your data, like an onion, is wrapped in layers of encryption, providing a shield of anonymity. But Tor wasn't designed for the dark web. Its original purpose was, and still is, a tool for privacy and freedom of expression. It was created by the US Navy in the mid-90s to protect US intelligence communications online. It's a beacon for journalists and activists in countries where censorship is rife, allowing them to communicate and access information without fear of retribution. It's a lifeline for ordinary folks who simply value their online privacy. Yet, like any tool, Tor is not inherently good or bad. It's how it's used that determines that. For every individual using Tor to protect their identity from oppressive regimes, there's another using it for illicit activities on the dark web. It's a double-edged sword, providing a platform for both the freedom fighters and the cybercriminals of our digital world. While Tor was created with good intentions, like many tools, it can be used for both beneficial and harmful purposes. The dark web is a realm of extremes, home to both champions of privacy and perpetrators of illicit activities. It's a double-edged sword, a paradox of freedom and constraint, a digital Wild West where the good, the bad, and the ugly coexist. At one end of the spectrum, the dark web serves as a sanctuary for those championing the cause of privacy and freedom of information. It's a haven where individuals can navigate the web without leaving a trace, a digital footprint, if you will. Think of it as a cloak of invisibility, protecting users from the prying eyes of Big Brother. The dark web becomes particularly useful in countries where censorship is rampant, where access to information is restricted and controlled. Here, it acts as a beacon of hope, enabling citizens to circumvent censorship and gain access to unbiased, unfiltered information. It's a platform that empowers whistleblowers, allowing them to shed light on corruption and misconduct without fear of retribution. But, like the shadows in an alleyway, the dark web also harbors the unsavory elements of society. It's the breeding ground for black markets, where everything from stolen credit card details to illegal substances can be bought and sold with alarming ease. It's a playground for hackers, a haven for cybercriminals, and a marketplace for illicit activities. It's a world where anonymity is a shield, protecting the identity of those who choose to operate outside the boundaries of the law. The potential for cybercrime on the dark web is a stark reminder of the dangers that lurk beneath its surface. It's a realm where the innocent can easily fall prey to scams, phishing attacks, and identity theft. It's a constant battle, with cybersecurity experts tirelessly working to outwit and outmaneuver these digital desperados. So the dark web is this paradoxical entity, a digital yin and yang, where the line between the good and the bad is often blurred. It's a world that champions privacy and freedom, yet also harbors criminality and deceit. Navigating this dichotomy is one of the challenges of understanding and dealing with the dark web. The dark web poses unique challenges and opportunities for cybersecurity. Let's dive into this intriguing world that's shrouded in mystery and misconception. The dark web, infamous for its cloak of anonymity, is a double-edged sword for cybersecurity. On one edge, this anonymity can provide a haven for cybercriminals, a place where they can operate with impunity. On the other, it offers an invaluable resource for cybersecurity professionals to gather threat intelligence. Imagine a bustling digital marketplace, a place where everything from personal data to credit card information is up for sale. This is the reality of the dark web. It's a hub for data breaches and cybercrime. Stolen data from breaches often ends up here, traded or sold to the highest bidder. Cybercriminals can even purchase hacking tools and exploit kits, making it easier for even novice hackers to cause significant damage. But there's another side to this story. This seemingly ominous landscape also serves as a battlefield for cybersecurity professionals. The dark web can be a goldmine for threat intelligence. The same anonymity that shields cybercriminals also allows cybersecurity experts to infiltrate these marketplaces, gathering information about emerging threats and potential attacks. Moreover, many cybersecurity professionals use the dark web to track down cybercriminals. They can trace transactions, identify patterns, and even unmask identities. It's akin to a digital game of cat and mouse, with each side continually adapting and evolving their strategies. But let's not forget, the dark web is not static. It's an ever-changing landscape, constantly evolving as new technologies emerge and existing ones are rendered obsolete. This constant flux makes it a challenging yet vital area for cybersecurity professionals to navigate. In the end, the dark web is a paradox. It's a place of shadows and secrets, a hotbed for illicit activity. Yet, it's also a critical resource for those tasked with keeping our digital world secure. It's a place where the battle lines of cyber warfare are drawn and redrawn, where the stakes are high and the rewards even higher. As you can see, the dark web is a complex and ever-changing landscape that cybersecurity professionals need to navigate. So, is the dark web a necessary evil in our interconnected world? This question sparks a lively debate among internet users, cybersecurity experts, and privacy advocates alike. The dark web, much like a double-edged sword, embodies a paradox. On one hand, it's a haven for illicit activities and cyber threats, casting a shadow of danger and uncertainty. On the other, it's a fortress of privacy, a beacon for those seeking solace from surveillance and censorship. The balance between privacy and security is a delicate dance, a seesaw that never quite finds equilibrium. The dark web, with its anonymous browsing and encrypted communications, tips the scales towards privacy. But with this privacy comes the risk of misuse. Cybercriminals exploit the same tools that protect users' identities to conduct illegal activities, from selling contraband to orchestrating cyber attacks. The dark web is not inherently evil, nor is it intrinsically good. It is a tool, and like any tool, its impact hinges on its application. A hammer can build a house or wreak destruction, and the dark web can empower a whistleblower or enable a cybercriminal. This dichotomy underscores the need for ongoing research and discussion. Understanding the dark web is akin to navigating a labyrinth. It's complex, it's intricate, and it's constantly evolving. As we peel back the layers of the dark web, we unravel a tangled web of ethics, law, and technology. Tackling the challenges posed by the dark web requires a multifaceted approach, combining technological solutions with legal frameworks and educational initiatives. In conclusion, labeling the dark web as a necessary evil might be an oversimplification. It's a complex ecosystem that reflects the broader internet, a tangle of good and bad, a mirror to our digital society. The dark web's existence prompts us to question, to probe, to debate, and in doing so, it pushes us to evolve and adapt. While the dark web might seem like a shadowy and dangerous place, it's important to remember that it's just a tool, and like any tool, its impact depends on how it's used.